Hey everyone out there. So I figured I would start a blog today that's pretty emotional and deep, and it's very hard to talk about. And it's Sundays, so I think I'm going to start calling Sundays Honesty Sundays and trying to come up with something about my life that is honest and truthful that I can share with everybody. A lot of people do Q&A Sundays, and so I'm going to do Honesty Sundays. So here goes nothing. So I'm 33 years old, and when I was 7 years old, I was raped. A lot of people out there don't really think that men can be raped, and that's just not true. It actually happened to me. When I was 6, there was this person that lived on the street that I grew up on, and this guy was probably about 15 years old, African American guy, and me and another neighbor kid used to hang out with this person every once in a while, and his parents, well, they were pretty non-existent. He had a mom, and his mom was a meth addict, and when you went over to their house, you could see her doing meth and drinking and doing all sorts of things. And anyway, this person used to rape and assault me and my other friend, who I'm leaving anonymous. Haven't talked to that person in many years, and I don't know what his feelings are on it, but truth is that this person used to come by my house and force me to do things that were disgusting and just not okay. He lived just a couple houses up the street, and he would force me and this other guy to go over to his house, and he would tie us with handcuffs or with rope to his bed or to this van that his family owned, and he would leave us in there for hours, and he would come in and he would rape us together, sometimes alone, and it was really disturbing, and it was confusing, and I was young. This went on for many years. It stopped around the age of 11, and this person didn't just rape me sexually, but he also used to do things like put us in his swimming pool and attempt to drown us and suffocate us. He used to put pillows over my head and not let me breathe, and do a lot of really unexplainable things that I'll leave to your imagination. You know, a lot of people might ask, well, how come your parents didn't know? How did this go on for so many years, etc.? Well, you know, I don't really have an exact answer for that, except for that, to be honest with you, I was scared. I didn't feel like I could go to my parents at that age and say, hey, this person's been raping me and hurting me and also hurting my neighbor friend. I was afraid more than anything that my dad would kill me if he found out, or he might kill this individual. The story came out when I was 15 years old and was in therapy. I told my mom and my therapist together, and my mom quickly got me to a doctor and tested, and I'm clean and everything's okay, and I was good to go. And I spent a lot of years in therapy talking about it. This person disappeared when I was around 10 years old. The neighborhood really didn't like him, and I grew up with some very close people in my neighborhood, and we got together and beat the crap out of this person one day, about 6 of us, and left him in the street and never saw him again. That family must have picked up and moved away or something to that extent. I don't know. I don't really care. I'm just glad I never saw that person again. He used to pick up dog poop and put it on people's front doors. He somehow found a spare key to my house and would come in and frighten me and threaten me and hurt me and, again, physically rape me. It's hard for me to talk about because I don't really know how to explain it. I was a kid, and so was he, for that matter. And I went to Catholic school, and these things were forbidden. You weren't supposed to be open and talk about these things. So I didn't know how to talk about it. I didn't know how to explain it. I didn't know who to tell. But it happened. And rape doesn't just happen to women. It happens to anyone. And it happened to me. And it happened to a close friend. And not only did rape happen, but assault happened. Being beaten and punched and raped and handcuffed and tied up to bed poles, and watching his mom do meth, and so afraid to say anything because we didn't know what would happen to us if we said anything. I'm 33 years old. I've spent a lot of time in therapy. I've been on medications, and I've dealt with it. The images of what happened during those years will never go away. And sometimes when I do have a partner and I'm sexually active, sometimes it frightens me a little bit, and I remember periods of what had happened to me. It doesn't completely control my life. I still talk about it in therapy till today. Certain situations come up in relationships, and my therapist makes me bring up the story of being raped as a young adolescent, and we talk about it, and I always say I don't want to talk about it, and she says, well, we need to talk about it, but because when you're raped, it's not something that just goes away. It stays with you for the rest of your life. Can you get past it? Yes. With the right help, with honesty and support, you can get past just about anything. But something like rape never goes away. The images in your head, they don't just disappear. When I'm with a partner and things get real emotional, like I said, things come up in my head that happened back then that sometimes distraught me, and I'm not sure how to proceed, and I get scared, and that's when I will call my therapist and I will talk about it. And it's really hard because it's not something that will ever go away. It's going to be a part of my life for the rest of my life, and it's a part of my childhood that I can't get back. It's a part of years that I can't get back. And, I wish I would have gone to my parents sooner and stopped this person and had done something about it. When I was 15 and I came out to the therapist and to my mom, this person was long gone. They never lived on my street again. Never heard from them, never knew how to contact them, didn't want to press charges or do anything like that. All I wanted to do was talk about it, get through it, and move on with my life. The other person that was involved in these assaults and rapes moved away to another state, and him and I have never spoken again since then. And I don't know if it has anything to do with that situation or whatnot, but it really doesn't matter. The fact of the truth is that I was raped, and I'm a male, and it's not true that only females get raped, and it is true that men can be raped, especially at young ages and with older people doing so. I'm going to post some links for people out there that need help or need to talk to someone about a situation of assault or rape, and you just have to remember that just because you were raped or assaulted doesn't mean that it was your fault or that you did anything wrong. And I spent many years believing that it was my fault what happened. And it wasn't my fault what happened. And I'll carry that story with me for the rest of my life, and I'll be dealing with it for the rest of my life. But instead of just dealing with it, I want to be there for others out there in the community, in the gay community, in the straight community, and any community out there. If you need advice or you need help or you need someone anonymous to talk to, let me know. Email me. My email is going to be below, and there'll be links for help on rape and information on it. And, please comment and please subscribe to my videos. Let me know if you have any questions or if you just need someone to talk to, I'll be there for you. I'll do my best. And I've known many people in my life and my family that have also been raped, and it's a serious situation, and it never leaves you. It's something that stays in your heart in a very terrible way. I'll never forget it. And I never want to relive it again, and I never want to go through something like that again in my life. But it did happen, and it's my truth. And I just wanted to share it with everybody out there because I'm a pretty open person, and I feel like it's something that is important, and it helps to get it off my chest. And I'm glad I was able to share it with whoever out there is watching my videos. Anyways, maybe later on in other videos I'll talk more about it. I didn't really want to get into the details of all that happened during the rape. It's just too much to talk about. It's disgusting, and it brings back nightmares that I don't really need. But if anyone has any questions or concerns, please comment in the comment section, or send me an email, or Facebook me, or tweet me, or whatever you want to do. And listen, this video I'm not looking for pity or any sorries or anything like that. I'm just here to tell you my truth and hope that my story gets out there to other people, and other people will feel more comfortable about sharing their story. Because the worst thing that you can do for yourself, whether it's rape, assault, or anything, is to not tell your truth. And that's my truth, guys. It's one of many truths and things that happened during my life that I want to be open about, and I want to share, and I feel that I'm a better person today for being able to be open about it. So anyway, thanks for listening to my story, and I really can't talk much more about it because I can feel myself wanting to tear up. And anyway, there'll be information below, and please subscribe. Haven't gotten many subscribers. I'm still sitting at 15 subscribers, but with hundreds of views. You guys give me a chance. Subscribe. I know these videos aren't edited to the best. Someday I'll get to go to YouTube Space Camp and learn how to be a better YouTube vlogger. But for now, I just want to be there to talk and share my stories and get them out there, gain subscribers, and build a community where I can help other people. Anyway, that's it. It's late. It's Sunday night, and I have got to get up and go to work tomorrow and face that evil. So anyway, I hope everyone had a great weekend, and we'll do some Honesty Sundays. Please comment on what you want to know more about me. A good Q&A would be good to do too. There's lots of things that I wouldn't mind sharing that might help other people out there. Have a good night, guys.